What's up, guys? Big Natty back here to talk about the Lakers. So, if we look at the Western Conference, the Nuggets are surprisingly in the number one seed. Now, the Lakers, 2.5 games back, they just took a pretty surprising loss to John Wall and the Wizards. John Wall had 40 points, 14 assists, balling, hitting his jump shots. It's not much they could do to contain him, but they've been winning a lot of the games in the past couple of weeks. The team has been playing pretty well. Lonzo and LeBron had a triple-double against the Hornets the other night. And Brandon Ingram has been out. And so the big rumor is that the Lakers are going to trade Brandon Ingram. And that's kind of started since the beginning of the season, but now that we see how well the Lakers are playing without him, people are questioning, well, what does he do for the team? Because if you watch any of the games, LeBron and Brandon Ingram particularly don't work well together because LeBron has always been a high usage guy, and I'm pretty sure even though going into the season his expectation was to play more off the ball, he's playing about the same amount with the ball in his hands as he always done in his career. I'm not sure he really knows how to play off the ball. I mean, we saw it in the Olympic Games, but outside of that, he's never really been a guy to play off the ball a lot. And Brandon Ingram is a guy who last year played with the ball a lot and is not a... He can shoot, but he's not a knockdown shooter, so he's more so accustomed to going off the dribble and creating something. And he has the tools and abilities to be a solid playmaker at his height. But I mean, him out there with LeBron doesn't always make sense because it takes the ball out of LeBron's hands, which, I mean, LeBron does everything better than Brandon Ingram, obviously, so it just doesn't work well. Kuzma, obviously a lot of people have harped on this, is a great fit for LeBron. Hart is a great fit, both of them, their ability to shoot at a better percentage and at a better clip. And it's going to be a tough decision, I would say, for the Lakers organization, because you always have to, when you have stars like LeBron on your team, you have to decide between, do I compromise future players and future picks to win now, or do I keep these future guys, let them develop with stars? Do I do a combination of both? And we saw in Cleveland that obviously Cleveland said forget developing young talent. When LeBron came back, Kyrie was already there, an established star, and he was only getting better. They said, Andrew Wiggins had just been drafted, and they traded him. They didn't even get to play a game together. And a lot of people, the trade was split because Kevin Love was putting up all his hype numbers in Minnesota, and Andrew Wiggins looked like he had all the potential in the world. And at the end of the day, I think the trade, you could say that the Cavaliers won the trade just because Kevin Love was a better fit for LeBron. And even though he was the third wheel, so he took a lot of the brunt of, the blame for losses, similar to what Chris Bosh went through, except Chris Bosh was a better defender. So Kevin Love is not a great defender, but I mean, he played well. It's just against the Warriors, they're so athletic and so skilled that it magnified Kevin Love's weaknesses against the Warriors in particular. Against other teams, he played well against the Warriors. He is just so bad on defense that he looked worse than he was. And obviously we're looking at Wiggins this year. I mean, he's shooting, I believe, 36% from the three. Only 40% field goal percentage. So he hasn't had a great year at all. And I don't know what's going on with him. Some people say he doesn't have a strong work ethic or he doesn't desire to be better. I mean, who knows? He hasn't played well. So I'll say in that event, I think maybe the Cavs won with, trying to win now because they did win the championship versus trying to develop young talent. But I didn't think they won that trade. It was a runaway, kind of even. And so the Lakers are faced with the same dilemma because Brandon Ingram has a lot of potential. People compare him to KD. The outside of the body type, I don't understand that comparison because, I mean, Brandon Ingram can't really shoot the way KD can, and create at that high clip that he can. I think they're different players. And the game they play is completely different. And we saw Brandon Ingram kind of has a temper, throwing that sucker punch on Chris Paul. So I think the Lakers will probably move him. Now, who do you get in return? I don't know. A lot of people are saying Bradley Beal. I mean, maybe. He's a knockdown shooter. Does he play defense? Not really. Can he? Sure, if he was motivated to. I don't know who else you would get or try to get for Brandon Ingram. Some people suggested John Wall, but I don't think they're going to make that move. I think John Wall would be a great fit on the Lakers if they did Lonzo and maybe Ingram for Wall. Just walking. I think while Brandon Ingram and LeBron don't work, and you say, well, that's the same reason why Wall and LeBron won't work. Well, Lonzo and LeBron play fairly well together, and they both are playmakers. And I think John Wall is one of the top playmakers in the league, and he could just create more offense than Lonzo can at his stage in his career. So maybe they could give that a look. Maybe they keep him and see if he improves throughout the year. But if I had to guess, I think they're going to move him by the end of the year, and it's going to be some star that they get. Or they could wait and go all in for Anthony Davis, which would be a great move, but we'll see. Like, comment, subscribe. Big Natty, I'm out.